Hello students, so as you can see on the screen, today we will start our lecture with metaphase stage. So let us quickly see what metaphase stage is and what it includes. Now during this metaphase stage, complete condensation of chromosomes takes place. Therefore, it is the best stage to study the number of chromosomes and morphology of chromosomes as well. The formation of spindle fibers take place from the astral rays, as we have already studied, and these astral rays join with the chromosomes as the point where the kinetochore is present. Basically, the region of the chromosome here, the center of the chromosome. Now, the spindle fibers after attachment moves the chromosome to the center of the cell or at the equator. So look in the diagram, this is the equatorial region of the cell, and these spindle fibers, when they get attached with the chromosome, they helps the chromosome to align themselves towards the equator or equatorial region of the cell. Now this is called as congregation, and as I already said, this plane of alignment is called as metaphase plate. Now if you closely observe the diagram, you can find two types of spindle fibers present here. The first one is where the fibers which are running pole to pole. Now this kind of spindle fiber which is running pole to pole, starting from one pole and connecting with the other pole, is called as continuous fiber. And the fibers which are not running pole to pole, one has started from one pole but is not able to reach the other pole, is termed as discontinuous spindle fiber. Now these fibers attached to the chromosomes from both end of the centromere. Now in this diagram, if you observe, this is the centromere of the chromosome. The spindle fiber, it has started from the aster and it has connected to one end of the chromosome. This spindle fiber, it has arise from the aster and has connected with the chromosome from this particular end. So the fiber which has started from here, it is not able to reach the other end, and the fiber which has started from here, it arise from here, it is not able to reach the other end. So these discontinuous fibers are now called as chromosomal fibers, or they are known as tractile fiber. Now the spindle fibers are made up of microtubules, and number of microtubules present in one spindle fiber is 4 to 20 in range. Now let us talk about anaphase stage. As you can see in the diagram, the centromere splits and the chromatids move towards the opposite poles. Now when you closely observe the given diagram, you can find as the chromatids move towards the opposite poles, the centromere is at the leading edge. That means the centromeres are leading towards the opposite poles, and the arms are trailing behind. Now these chromatids are called as daughter chromosomes, which will become part of the daughter nucleus, and instead of two chromatids, only one chromatid is there. Instead of two DNA molecule, only one DNA molecule is present. Therefore, this condition will be now known as monad condition, where instead of two chromatids, only one chromatid is present, or we can say instead of two DNA molecule, only one molecule is present. Now, interzonal fibers are also formed, as you can see in the diagram, between the two opposite moving chromatids. There are formation of interzonal fibers which leads, or we can say which push the chromatids towards the opposite poles. Now this is the time when we can observe chromosomes appear in different shapes. They can either appear as V shape, or they can appear as J shape, or they can appear as I shape. So on the basis of the position of the centromere, basically the anaphasic chromosomes show different shapes. The first one, which is the metacentric chromosome. Now in this type of chromosome, it is where the centromere is in the center and the arms are equal. Both the arms will be equal. Now when we are talking about the second one, it is the submetacentric chromosome, where centromere is near the center position, is near to the center, but it is not exactly at the center. So this type will form the L-shaped chromosome, and it is known as the submetacentric chromosome. The third is acrocentric chromosome. Centromere near the end. It is near or towards the end, but not exactly at the end position. So this type of chromosome will form J-shaped chromosome, and therefore it is known as acrocentric chromosome. The last one is the telocentric chromosome, where centromere is at the exact end. This shape never appears in human chromosomes. Point to be kept in mind, telocentric chromosome will never appear in human chromosome. Now let us study the last stage of karyokinesis, which is the telophase. Now as you can see in the given diagram, chromosomes show decondensation as they have reached the opposite poles. Therefore, as the decondensation of chromosomes takes place, the individuality of the chromosomes will be lost, will no more be distinctly visible. The chromosomes which was clearly visible during the metaphase stage, now when the telophase stage has started, all the chromosomes will start to decondense and will lose their individuality. Now instead, the chromatin fibers will be present at the opposite poles. Now there will be reappearance of nucleolus. There is reformation of nuclear membrane, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, etc. All the cell organelles which disappeared during the early prophase, now everything will come back. That means we can say that this telophase stage is the reverse stage of prophase. The astral rays and spindle fibers will disintegrate. They will disappear because their work is now complete. The microtubules will undergo depolymerization, due to which the astral rays and spindle fibers will disappear in animal cell. Now the parent nucleus gets converted into two daughter nuclei at the end of the telophase, and end of the karyokinesis is followed by cytokinesis. Now one more important thing to know over here is that this telophase word is arised from the word telos, which means end, and this stage is the end stage of the nuclear division.